At some point, it becomes abusive. What they're doing is just not right on any level. And specifically, what happened to the Democrats, I can tell you, it just gets downright nasty. Because they ran a whole FBI loving propaganda campaign, and they did this with the whole Russian investigation. But before I even get into that, I want you to know the developments, what they're doing now. They're considering people who are anti-government, anti-authority as domestic terrorists. Even while they put out propaganda, having the left call the right domestic terrorists, now they're calling everybody domestic terrorists. And even when they use people on the right to call the left domestic terrorists, now they're calling the right domestic terrorists too. They have a troll army. If you did not know, there's a troll army who posts comments. They have multiple accounts, and then they play different roles. This is already confirmed. But the really nasty thing I want to get to is people were advocating for the FBI, thinking the FBI is against Trump in some kind of way. And this is going to expose Trump when it's been used against them the whole time. Very dirty game here. Look, Mueller confirms Russia used anti-Trump resistance to stoke division. So when I spoke about the Russian investigation, when I exposed the Russian investigation, I told you how they were using that to stop the freedom of speech. They didn't want anybody to say what they wanted to. They didn't want people to express their views that were outside of what the mainstream media is saying. So what they would do is they would say, oh, the Russians are influencing this type of speech. Oh, the Russians are influencing that type of thought. So then you're going to say, oh, well, if the Russians are doing that, then I'm not going to listen to that. And this is all based upon the hatred of Trump winning. Because there's not really a real hatred of Trump, like overall, which we will find out in the future, especially within the black community. We will find out in the future. You're going to see it happen where you're not going to see this knee-jerk reaction to Trump. It's like, oh, yeah, he's actually a funny guy, all this. Yeah, but right now they're being brainwashed. I'm talking about everybody across the board, and especially the left, to where anything that's presented as against Trump, they're going to be for. So the FBI came out. They know that. So they're playing the role of against Trump. And then, sure enough, people are going to embrace the FBI. But what's happening, they're hating their own freedom of speech. So if the Russians made Trump win, which they didn't want to happen, then you better tell me everything about what the Russians are doing. And people got banned for this, for saying the anti-Trump stuff. People got banned for saying Black Lives Matter stuff because the media told you and the FBI told you that, oh, Russia was pushing pages talking about that type of stuff. But then we come out and then Mueller ends up saying, oh, it's not really what we thought it was. And you say, well, but people are still saying that. Yeah, because a lot of people are brainwashed, and you have a troll army of people that just go out and they have to say this all the time anyways. They have to keep the momentum going. I want you to understand how bad it was. People were supporting the FBI. I mean, a lot of talking heads pushing that crap. Yeah, we have to be behind them because they're going against Trump. And like Trump is the bad guy for them right now, temporarily looking joker. But then this double crossing. Now anti-government, anti-authority is considered domestic terrorism. That's a double crossing. But it's even worse. Because you thinking that the FBI is on your side, and Joker, this guy right here, the FBI director, was nominated by Trump, Joker. So by your thinking, by your ideology, this goes against what you're saying, because you want to say that the FBI is against Trump, and you want to say, oh, okay, so then you're going to support the FBI because the FBI is against Trump. But no. Trump nominated this trick joker, generic guy who's going to do everything that the system wants him to do. But wait a minute, with those on the right, they want to also say, oh, the FBI is against Trump. No, Joker, FBI is working with Trump. Trump is a gift. So many things they've got accomplished under Trump. For example, the labeling of anti-government, anti-authority people as domestic terrorists. That happened under Trump because Trump is what I would call a chaos president. They're able to get a whole bunch of things done while being able to push straight garbage, hot air on the news all the time. And even to the point, I know the right-wing talking heads want to assure you, no, the FBI, they're against Trump because Trump is the man we're supposed to be with. No. Trump is against them. No. Trump said he's 100% behind the FBI, just like he said he's 1,000% behind the CIA. But I know it's going to sound like I'm just talking noise because I'm a true life independent. I'm not on either side, not on the right or the left. I just call it the way it is. But you're going to hear from Trump's own mouth what he said, how he supports the FBI.
So when you return home to your local precincts, I want you to deliver a message to your fellow officers. The President of the United States has your back 100%.
Redsilverj, all I gotta say.